Hey, good morning. Motivational Drive by Koko here. How are you? I have been going on and on about how to, things to expand your scope, to get more colors on your palette, to get a bigger canvas, however you want to think about it, so that you can be a better person. You gotta climb out of the rut you're in. Gotta. Because if you don't, you can't expand in when you're in the rut. So, consequently, we'll work around that. But today's on my list, I'm almost halfway through the list, is have a firm handshake. No cold fish. If you've ever shaken a hand, sometimes people give you the cold fish. I always give them an extra firm handshake, two-handed, extra long, until their hands start getting a little sweaty. And then they hug them. I'm a hugger, so consequently, I collars up and pins on my lapels, and people don't get me. I mean, they just don't. And that's okay. That's absolutely fine with me, because they're not supposed to get me. I am me, and that's cool with me. But it makes me smile anyway. So, the whole premise, having a firm handshake. If that's the best you can do, then that's fine. If you can do a two-handed handshake, that's even better. If you can do a two-handed handshake that lasts a little longer than a normal handshake, even better. And then if after your handshake, you could pull them, do a one-armed hug while you're shaking their hand. Wow, and if it turns into a full-blown hug, that's even better. And if and we'll leave it at that. But you get my point. It's critically important to be a better person, to actually show people your enthusiasm and show them, I am happy to meet you. And I'm going to add something to this. This is something I used to be really, really good at, and I'm working at it again. If you can remember their name, that is probably the greatest thing you can do to blow people away, is to remember their name. Especially, if you only met them once, the next time you see them, remember their name. I used to teach skiing, and I had a little scam running when I was teaching. I have a photographic memory. So what I would do is, the way I would remember people is they'd tell me their name, and I would look at them and visualize them in a group of people that had the same name. If it was a Richard, if it was a Terry, if it was a Sam, I would visualize them with a group of people with the same name. And then when I saw them, I'd take a second, I'd see the group and remember their name. I fell out of that practice a few years ago, and I'm starting to work on that again, because I've gotten very, very bad with names. And I don't want to be bad with names. I want to be really good with names again, because it's very important, especially for what I'm planning on doing. So anyway, the firm handshake, remember their name, and everybody has a trick, sometimes it's a name association, sometimes they look like somebody, sometimes it's, whatever it may be. Or maybe they just have a unique name, Koko. How the heck can you forget Koko? And there's many ways to remember it, and some of which I won't talk about, but you get my gist. So, anyway, firm handshake, remember people's names. That will expand your palette. Have a most excellent, stupendous, amazing day. Bye-bye.